Your website is accessible to the whole world, yet other internet users cannot find you if they are browsing in another language. You want them to search and find your website? You must publish your website in their language. If you're really serious about reaching them, you should have a complete website in their language. One or two translated pages will not do it. For quality translation of web pages, the conventional method is too slow and costly, especially if you want to reach multiple language audiences. Current methods are tedious and error-prone. The Wisgo web page translation method offers a better, more affordable way without sacrificing quality. We use a fast machine translation method and then deploy human editors to smooth the translation results. With this approach, you get the job done 5 times as fast as traditional methods and at costs below 1/3 of the conventional approach. What's more, Wisgo offers 2 important options to users. The first option uses your original source files, so translated web pages work automatically with your database just like your original source files. The second option delivers translated HTML files from a web crawl of your website. The user makes a choice of which method they prefer to use. Whichever option you choose, Wisgo uses the same API method to translate your web pages. First, you must register with Wisgo and have either Java JRE or PHP with C URL running on your computer. It's easy to get started. Simply download and install the Wisgo API and have your files or website URL accessible. You can have your complete website translated into multiple languages in just a few hours. What's even more attractive is there is no limit on the number of pages on your website or the size of the web pages. Just make sure you have sufficient translation units for the number of pages and languages you want to translate. Don't worry, if you're not sure you have sufficient, Wisgo will warn you. To run translations, you will need an API script to run in a console. It takes less than 10 minutes to get your API script and start the translation. Once started, you do not have to babysit it. Everything runs in the background to get the translated results delivered to you quickly and easily. For translation into 1 or 2 languages can be completed in just a couple hours. Larger websites will of course take proportionally more time. For this demo, I have some sample web pages ready to translate. I already set up my Java method on my computer running Windows, and I have the directory of my Java exe handy. If you're running another operating system, you must know the directory of the executable for the method, Java or PHP, which you're using. Let's see how this works. I am going to translate my original source files. I know the name of my directory where the files are stored, and I have it handy. I signed into my www.wisgo account. Now go to Manage Translation Projects in the left menu. Notice I could have multiple projects running. Click on the API script link for the web page service of the project that you want. Here is the API script form which I must complete to get my script. I am using Java, so I'll leave Java selected as my executable method. I previously downloaded and installed Wisgo into the C/Wisgo, my Wisgo directory. So I copy and paste this directory into the Wisgo install directory box. Notice the Wisgo tran client.log in my Wisgo directory. This will report any errors. for later use. Next, I select English as the language of my original source files. I want Spanish and French translations of my website. To select multiple target languages, I hold down the Control key while I click on these. Now I copy the name of my original input files directory and paste it into the input files directory box. I want to save the results in the C WSGO, my WebTrans directory, so I will copy that directory and paste it into the output box. The input file type says web, which is what I want. At this point, I will review my entries to make sure I did not omit anything. Incorrect directories is where most errors occur. Everything seems okay. Click on API script button on the bottom of the form. The API script I need is generated for me. I will save it in my C WSGO, my WSGO API script directory, so I can easily find and reuse it as I need later on. Let's open up the script with my text editor. I use Notepad. Don't worry about the details of this script, just keep it open for easy access. Now I have my API script. I am ready to run the translation of my website. I'm using Windows 7, so I open up a command window. Go back to the API script file I just saved. Copy and paste the script into my command window. Hit enter. If I did everything correctly, the WSGO API script will connect to the WSGO translation engines, do the translation of my web pages, reformat them, and save the results right into my output directory. If I made an error, the system will warn me. The most common errors are incorrect directories. Check these first in the wistran client.log file I mentioned earlier if you encounter a problem. If all goes as planned, open the output directory and you will see the translated files when done. Users on Linux, open a terminal window, copy the API script into the terminal window with this / and hit enter. Same for Mac users. To summarize, first have your input or your URL and your output file directories ready. Choose the method you will be using, Java or PHP. Go to the www.wsgo.com website and complete the form to generate your API script. Open a console window, copy and paste the API script into your console and hit enter to run your script. Now you know how to do this, you can start translating your own website.